Hi, and welcome back to Wicked Ones Tarot. My name is Carmen, and today we've got a reading for you about probably a dishonest trickster type or even a scammer type. We've got the Wheel of Fortune and the King of Cups. So, whoever I'm reading for would resonate with the King of Cups. That does not mean that you have to be a man, but it does mean that you've got some protective energy around you. What I'm seeing is you've been emotionally available to others or emotionally supportive to others, and there's this like protection around you. Do you notice there's like stars around the top of the King of Cups or the cat's head? I feel like you've been protected from somebody that had a scam or a plot involving you, and you were able to walk away, or your intuition told you to get out of there, to not deal with this person. And you might be getting a little bit of a heads up or like an update on what would have happened if you hadn't. So let's walk. Let's walk. Let's call in spirit with a little bit of wind chime time. Just a little bit. I hope you're having a good day. Hello, Dan. I hope so for you too. If you would like a personal reading, my email address is wickedwandstarot@gmail.com. It's in the description box below if I said that too quickly. And then right below that, you can find out how to become a member of the channel. There's 3 different tiers, so it's something for everyone. Let's get the situation stuck and see what this is about. Like you sidestep mine. I don't know if I want to say that, but you know, like this person was not able to trick you. History, past happened. Family, blood ties, inner circle. Commitment, long-term relationship. So I feel there's this person who's trying to be a trickster or create some illusion. They told you a story about something that happened to them that was not true in order to get some sort of compassion from you, in order to gain access and become one of the crew, one of the social group, or maybe even for some of you get married. So we could have somebody who is backing out of a wedding right beforehand because they find out who they're really engaged to. Hey, Matt, how are you doing? That sounds awful. I'm just kidding. Access granted. Social media, fake profile, hiding. Karmic. Third-party relationship lesson. So I haven't thought about this show in a while, but I'm seeing, what's her name? I don't know, the chick who did Revenge. I used to know her name. It's not there, sorry guys. But she like swapped identities with somebody. So I think we have a fake like history, like I'm telling you that I've been through things or that I'm from somewhere that I'm not. Maybe even I have a different name than what I'm supposed to have. But we have someone who I feel is trying to come across as cultured, educated, rich, perhaps, or just very like motherly, perhaps. If this is not one where the motherly word would fit, then it's more so like caring or compassionate, right? Like, can you be good to other people? There's a mask. This is the Wild Reflections Tarot. I'm good, thank you. We have the King of Wands. And the Magician. Lots of fire energy. But this is the individual who's trying to pull off the divine feminine energy. In other words, it's kind of funny actually to see This is somebody who's coming through more as masculine energy in their true state with this King of Wands. So they're being what people expect as far as that emotional side. I know you want me to show that I care about people or that I'm compassionate or generous. So I'm going to put on that show for you. But we also literally have the Magician as a female with like the cloak, right? And the King of Wands behind them. So I do feel like this is about showing a different side to themselves than is authentic, or it's not even a different side. It's like, I don't know, two kids wearing a trench coat trying to pretend they're tall. I guess we could compare it to Gone Girl. So faking who they are to get a commitment out of somebody. Knight of Pentacles, King of Cups. So you're the King of Cups. This is somebody who did their research on you. They looked you up on social media. They asked about you, or maybe they, went to your work. I'm just going to go ahead and throw out a trigger warning here because I do feel like we have a little bit of stalker energy or highly manipulative energy. But this is someone who tried to make themselves like discoverable by you, right? Like we're doing some Bluetooth pairing or something. I want you to want to get to know me as a friend or want to get to know me romantically. I'm going to do what I can to appeal to all the things that I know you like. So there's a plan. And when I looked at this card, for those of you that have seen Gattaca, that's what I thought of. Hold on. It's Jude Law who does that, right? I think so. Literally extending feet, legs to get the height that you need to be in a very painful surgery in that movie. So this is somebody who's like, what do I need to do to change to be that person's type? What do I need to do to come across as like the person they would trust? Hermit in the reverse. But they did it wrong. Okay, this is such a strange analogy. So there are certain electronics that I have purchased where the translations just don't seem to be working. You can tell it was written in a different language and then kind of like not the best work in terms of getting it into English. I feel like someone has something that has been lost in translation, something that they should have known, or something that comes across the wrong way. And it makes them a little more vulnerable to being discovered. It's like, I don't know. It's like saying you're obsessed with music from the 90s, but then when somebody mentions Kurt Cobain, you're like, who's that? Like, oh, okay. So someone did research, but not to the extent that they should have, or they picked up the wrong types of information. There's something where the mask slips and somebody, it's very, what's the Matt Damon movie? Talented Mr. Ripley. Three of Cups and the Star in the reverse. There could be some clout chasing here. I want to be amongst people that are rich. I want to be amongst people that are powerful. I want to become famous, so I want to be around other famous people. But this is like, I'm not like the people that I'm trying to hang around, but I'm going to make it seem like I am. It's like the Mac Club up in here. That's hilarious. Hello, daughter of Saturn. How are you doing? Any other mats? Come forward now or forever hold your peace. All right, so we've got the Empress and the Six of Cups. making up a story that didn't happen. In The Talented Mr. Ripley, he claims to have gone to the same school. Was it Yale? As Jude Law. Another time that I am talking about Jude Law. Interesting. How can I tailor my experiences or my life, like the things that I tell people about myself, that makes me seem like I'm exactly what you need, or I'm the friend that you have been missing, or I'm the perfect love interest for you? Oh God, this is awful. Okay, so I don't know if everyone heard that there were rumors that a certain religious group was trying to like interview or like shop around for a potential wife for a famous movie star who likes to jump on couches. But that's kind of what this feels like. But on the other side, right? I know that they're looking for a wife for that person, so I know this is what they're looking for. Okay, here we go. We're ready. Let's go pretend to be somebody else, you know? Hey, Angela. What's going on? Hello, Steven. What else? I think this is someone who wants to be rich or wants to pretend to be rich. Possibly both, right? But they're hanging out with people that are very different from them and trying to pretend that they're similar. 10 of Pentacles, 4 of Pentacles, and the reverse. There's something about family history being really important. Lying about who you're related to, lying about where you grew up, lying about what kind of childhood you had. But I feel like I'm sharing something that is like difficult. It's in quotation marks because they didn't really experience it, right? Because they want to connect with somebody. How can I get you to feel like we're buddies, right? How can I build rapport in 2 minutes? I'll tell a story or I'll show like frustration with the same kind of things that you've dealt with or the same kind of things that you're frustrated with. This is the Golden Lenormand. What else do we have? The house, number 4. And the garden, number 20. So I want to get to the house, but if I have to sneak in by way of the garden, then I will do that. This is someone who wants to get their foot in the door. So I do feel like this is, I want to get introduced to other people, or I want to be living a different type of lifestyle. I want to be around people that are rich, or I want to be around people that could make me rich. Money me. Yeah, so this is, I'm going to build a network of connections with people that could get me what I want. And if I have to pretend to be something I'm not in order to get what I want, then that's fine. I will do that. So we've got a little bit of a cosplayer here. This is the Gilded Reverie. Number 18. This is the dog and talks about loyalty and connections. I love this. Too often we talk about people who are not loyal, cannot be trusted, right? Because we got those warnings somehow. This is somebody who says, hey, I don't think I like that person. They're faking. That's not a real human. I'm just kidding. This is like, hey, there's something off about that person. I don't trust them, and I don't think you should either. Close friend or family member, and they are on point. They're like, hey, you should just like run away. You should Oh, I think we have somebody who gets information because they took a trip. So while I was traveling, I found this out, or while I was away, this happened, and I had, the ring camera show me what happened. But there's something here about a close friend. It could always, of course, be a family member, but there's someone who's close who says, "Hey, this is someone who's not being honest with you." Yeah. They discover something that is absolutely disingenuous or a bold-faced lie, much like Philip Seymour Hoffman's character discovered in that movie. The Ripley one, that one. This is the Pulp Tarot. What else do we have? Ten of Swords and the Eight of Swords in the reverse. So once you ingratiate yourself or make your, first couple of friends in this group, then you get this like false sense of security, right? I think that's what happened here. This is someone who felt like they could kind of like relax a little bit, didn't have to like keep up the charade as much as they had previously. It's like when Miss Doubtfire or Robin Williams forgets the face, right? So he does the pie in the face to make it seem like that's why. Someone gets caught doing something that's suspicious, like going through drawers, going through someone's phone, going through someone's wallet, purse. And with the Ten of Wands, it's like, no, that's definitely, that's a bad thing. And trying to justify or explain the situation only makes it worse for the King of Wands. So the King of Wands is the person who's faking, and the King of Cups is the person who's dodging a bullet or walking away at the right time. Three of Wands, Ace of Swords, Magician in the reverse. There's a third person here, the Three of Wands. There's someone who may be traveling. This is someone who overhears or sees or understands, learns something that makes it clear the King of Wands has been lying just to get into the social group or get close to the King of Cups. And I feel like it's really difficult to contradict this information. It's pretty solid receipts. You know what I mean? Hey, Key Controller, how are you doing? Hello, Tata. What's going on? King of Wands in the reverse. Now I'm mad at myself because I did something and it has made people feel like they can't trust me. So I thought I was in. I thought people liked me. I thought they'd accepted me as like part of their little group. Nope. Now I messed up and now I feel like I can't get access to that King of Cups like I wanted to. Two of Pentacles and Death. I thought I had everything figured out. I thought I had everything stabilized. I thought I was like, part of the pack. Nope. Now you're booted. Now you're persona non grata. Three of Cups in the reverse. Kicked out of the group. Not supported. Not appreciated. Not getting, texts or phone calls back. Chariot. So we've got an angry King of Wands, frustrated that their scam didn't work or frustrated that somebody figured them out, namely a loyal friend, someone who has your back because you're protected. This King of Wands did not expect you to have anyone loyal in your life or did not expect you to be as observant, did not expect you to figure them out. This is the Gold Foil Tarot. got some lawn mowing going on. Hopefully that's not too distracting. What else do we have? The Emperor and the High Priestess. So the thing is the secrecy or whatever I was trying to hide from the King of Cups, now it's out. Now the loyal friend of the King of Cups has exposed that my past didn't really happen, or I was lying about where I'm from, lying about how I met someone, or why I ran into the King of Cups. And with the Nine of Wands in the reverse and Temperance, it feels like now our King of Cups is starting to re-establish balance or let go of whatever toxicity or instability was happening or could have happened because of this King of Wands. Queen of Swords in the reverse and the Knight of Pentacles in the reverse. It sure sounds like the Queen of Swords out there. Yeah, they're mad at you. Whoever resonates with the King of Cups, this is like the King of Wands is irate. Like, I put in so much work. I put in so much planning. I got access. I felt like I was one of the group. I felt like I was, you know, part of the family. We went on like a cool little like trip to Vegas and everything, or whatever you did, right? Like, this is someone who thought they had finally achieved what they wanted to do in terms of getting to know the people they wanted to be around. But they did something that betrayed their clout chasing ways. Three of Wands in the reverse. They did not expect someone to see what they were up to, figure out what they were up to, or figure out their real past, and then also tell that to the King of Cups. So I misjudged the people around the King of Cups, or I misjudged my ability to be sneaky. King of Cups, the Sun, and the Moon. I love it. That's exactly what I'm saying. You walked away at the right moment. You walked away before things could get worse. You walked away from this person before they were able to do what they actually wanted to do. Sun is enlightenment. Moon is secrecy. Oh, you're being secretive about what you're trying to do. You don't want to tell me where you're really from or who you really are. Well, guess what? Block. So yeah, they're upset because they feel like now they don't get what they thought they were about to get, which could be married or famous, something like that. Hey, Mr. Times, how's it going? So we've got the Sun. Once you've got this intuition and once you've gotten to the point where you do have good friends around you, these sort of things become much more difficult to pull off in your life. People can't mess with you because you've limited the people that have access to you and you trust your intuition. So when a good friend tells you what's going on, you know that they're being honest, and you probably already know that the person who's doing what they're doing is out of envy. They want what you have. Clout chasing, right? Seeking wealthy people. Fourth chakra, Archangel Raphael. So that would be the heart chakra. There's enough of an understanding of who you are, whoever is the King of Cups. It limits people's ability to mess with you. You feel good about yourself as is. You don't have to be in a connection. You don't have to have somebody that goes to the party with you in order for you to feel like people enjoy seeing you, or in order for you to feel like, I don't know, things are going well. Sorry for the lawn mowing noise. This is the Love Oracle. What else do we have? apology, forgiveness, return, sorry, and perspective, happiness, better off, clear headspace. I think they're going to try to apologize for what they have misrepresented or what they have lied about, right? I don't think it matters though. I think you see that you're better off without this person. Running, ghosting, disappearing, invisible. And fantasy, daydreaming, imagining, and fantasize. So this King of Wands is not going to change their pattern of behavior. They're going to find different people to try to work this little trick of theirs on. So I do feel like there's a lack of communication. There's probably someone who just disappears. They might be moving all over just to avoid people figuring out what they're up to, but they're still very focused on getting into, I believe, a relationship that means they don't have to have a job, or that means they're like kind of set, right? Peace, balance, harmony, friendship. For the King of Cups, there is a return to that temperance energy, because again, the influences that you have, or the friends, family around you, you've been very selective. You've been very particular about who's in your energy. And that's why when you boot this person out of your way, things are looking up again. Things are looking the way they should. Obsession and clarity. This has helped you with regards to your intuition and your discernment to better differentiate between love, obsession, infatuation, addiction, adoration. All of those kinds of energies can be at first, or for a while, a bit confusing. But I think the King of Cups now, even though they were selective to begin with, I think there's maybe even a little bit more of like, I'm going to be a little bit picky about who I spend my time with, right? Let's see. This is the character oracle. Flossing is important. You're right, upper echelon. What else do we have? I think there's a mask card in here. I can't remember. So we have genius, bearer of gifts, extraordinary intellect, innovative mind, and exceptional ability. And doctor, healer of ailments, treatment, surgery, diagnosis, and compassion. So I do feel like this is the King of Cups energy. Now, don't go and get a big old head because I told you you're a genius and you have, healing abilities. Could you keep it down, please? Gosh. So you have important work to do. You might not actually be a doctor. You might not actually feel like you heal anybody, but you do in some way. It could be because of how you speak to people. It could be because you are smart and you see things that other people can't see. But this was a block to what you are supposed to do or achieve, and that's why there's this protection around you. So we also have the crystal ball card. I still don't know how to say this word, you guys. I should just ask somebody. I think it's diviner. It just sounds weird if it's diviner. To me, that would be like, oh, so there are vines and you get rid of them? So we've got seer of the unseen, foresight, insight, cosmic connection, and vendor, merchant, retailer, individual, and entrepreneur. I feel like this is the close friend. So King of Cups, you obviously have your own intuition and discernment. I do feel like it's strong, but you've got a close friend to you who's maybe just a little bit more perceptive, or they saw that there was an issue and they decided to dig a little deeper, right? They might have found a criminal record of the King of Wands. This is the Tarot Familiars. What else do we have? Hey, Deborah, how are you doing? The Chariot, the Nine of Wands in the reverse, Four of Pentacles in the reverse. Yeah, I feel like there's a criminal record here that someone stumbles on. Nine of Wands in the reverse. Someone may have tried to delete things from the interwebs, or may have tried to cover up what was going on, or may have tried to change their name. But it's like this information still comes out and is still shared with the King of Cups, probably you. Four of Pentacles in the reverse, Ten of Swords, and that's what ends up cutting ties with this King of Wands. Because it's receipts. It's very clear you lied about what was going on because of what you wanted. You wanted us to see you a different way. Hey, Kingly Eagle. How's it going? King of Cups again. Knight of Wands in the reverse. They were hoping you would be impulsive. This is someone who may have been trying to get you to buy or propose really quickly, move in really quickly, but they couldn't get you to move as quickly as they wanted you to. Another Wheel of Fortune and a Three of Swords. You are protected. And I do have to say, there's going to be some bad karma for this person who tried to come after you. People don't always realize that if you're going to like try to cause problems for someone, you should really know who you're dealing with first. So yeah, definitely have some protection, but that doesn't mean it's not a bad idea for you to also meditate and make sure that you're adding to that, right? Just add another layer. It's all right. Oh, Lord. So you ducked it? You didn't have to deal with it, Deborah? Just let everybody else get married? All right, I'm going to leave it there. Thank you for the likes and the subscribes, and I will see you on the next reading. Toodles.